Val Toxic Free. Hi, happy Sunday. Got a new intro. Why? She asks, why do you have a new intro? Got a new intro because obviously whilst I was in Bermuda, I deleted 133 videos off my iPad and my intro was one of them. So I've decided to have a little bit of a change. So if you see a few changes on the channel, like a few different thumbnails or things, I'm just kind of like, spicing up a little bit. I really need to get a life if changing my thumbnails is me spicing my life up. Not good, is it? Anyway, so I got a question on one of my videos. Well, it was more of a comment because this person was saying how hurt she was by the narcissist and how she couldn't get over this person and how she still kind of hung around and believed that he wanted her. And the things that she told me, it was heartbreaking to hear what she'd said. But it's hard because we are seeing the world from our perspective. We are seeing the world from our projections, our history, everything that we have been since we were born, everything that we're wired to be is us, is unique to us. It's not unique to everybody. I always thought everybody was the same, and I think that's what we all thought before we had this horrendous abuse happen to us. We all thought that everybody thought like us. We all thought everybody had empathy. We all thought bad people were the knobheads of the world. Bad boyfriends abused you outrightly. They didn't turn up on time. They got drunk. They stayed out too late. They didn't help the washing up. They're abusive. And we've always tried to steer clear. But I always thought that the bad boyfriends, the bad partners, the bad people were, they showed it. I mean, obviously they don't walk around in black capes with, masks on and things like portrayed in the cartoons that we watched when we were little. But I did always think that nasty people would be able to be seen and it would be obvious. But little did we know that narcissists basically exist. But that's the trouble. We have projected ourselves onto people most of our lives. And we still can't seem to get round the idea of these people are complete opposite to us. The people will go out to harm us. Now, what I want us to do is try and reframe things. And this is something that I do a lot to try and educate ourselves. See, a lot of the things is education. We need to think, reverse things, look at things in different ways. We need to take off layers. We need to unwrap. We need to look at things from different angles. We need to start looking a lot deeper at things that happen in our lives, because it is now we have to. It's a way of life now. After we've been through narcissist abuse, it's now a way of life. It's like, going on a diet. You can't just diet for 3 months, lose a stone, and then think that that's great and go back to eating as you were, because you're going to end up with the same weight problem. So you have to make it a way of life, and I think that's what we have to do. But how do we? Because we are still projecting our own thoughts on the world. We need to see what a narcissist is. And I think the only way to do it is to not only have empathy and put yourselves in other people's shoes, but we just need to put ourselves in the shoes of the narcissist. Not a nice thought, I know. But if we can think like they can think, there's a saying, to understand the beast, we have to become the beast. Not necessarily become the beast, but just think like them. See, I know that when I was young, I can remember my first ever boyfriend worshipped the ground I walked on. And he loved me. We got engaged at, how old was I? 19? Very, very young. I knew this man would do anything for me. And I didn't really feel the same about him. But I didn't have the sense or the empathy or the knowledge, or just I wasn't adult enough to see what I was doing. He was 23. I used to use him to the point where, you'd ask him to take you to work and he would. You'd ask him to go shopping, he'd do it. He would drop anything for me. Anything, if I wanted him, I mean, at the time I was starting out my hairdressing, if I wanted to pull a sickie from work, as you do when you were young, he'd ring up and tell them I was sick. He did everything for me, but I didn't feel the same way about him. And I took him for granted. I treated him not very nice. But the difference is, you see, when we're young, we might do these things, but we learn from them. We make mistakes, we learn, and we grow up, and we get more adult. We have more values. We decide we respect people more. The trouble with narcissists, they stay the same person. So the person that I was at the age of 20, who was using this person and getting a little bit of an ego boost from the fact that he had a car, big posh silver car. He'd come and pick me up from college, and I was proud to have him there. I was young and stupid. I'm still stupid. And I just felt the bee's knees that I had this person who was older. He can pick me up in his big posh silver car. He'd do anything for me. You know, now I look back and think, what a dickhead you were, Val. You know, what a nasty person you were. But when we get older, we start to see the problem. Now they don't. So what I want us to do, to try not to go on too long, is to put ourselves in the shoes of the narcissist. I know it's not nice. Think, if you're seeing somebody that you don't like, or you're not so keen on, try and think about how you would feel if this person would do anything for you. And you've got an ego boost of it. And you've been doing this most of your life. You just couldn't feel a lot for these people that you were seeing. You don't know what it is, but you just know that, you know, you don't really care about them, but they're doing all sorts for you. And you can tell them to go away, and you can be rude to these people, and they'll keep coming back. Well, you're going to have some fun, aren't you? We need to put ourselves in the position of the narcissist. These people cannot love. These people cannot do and live the way that we do. And that's the difference. We have to think like them. So if you don't love somebody and you hurt somebody, but they love you till the end of the earth, and they will do anything for you, because obviously, you know, you're acting like you love them, but you don't. You act like you love them so that they will give you real love back. You know, you act like you're going to have a future, and they'll think that you're the bee's knees, and they'll love you to death, and you lie to them. But these silly people keep accepting your lies, so you think, well, keep on lying. And you ghost these people, you go no contact, you give them the silent treatment. Why? Because you can. Because you just don't understand why the dang daft buggers keep coming back. You can do what you like to these people, and they'll come back, and it's like, whoa. So it must be like a magic, how we can be rude to these people, but they keep coming back. And that must feel very strange, because they don't understand. Why do these people keep coming back? It's because we love, and we're empathic, and we want to give them a chance. We want to try and fix them. We want to do what we can to make the relationship work. And they've sort of fed us with lies, and we keep coming back. And then they can do anything they want to us. So, think like a narcissist. Put yourself in the narcissist's shoes. Let's pretend we don't have empathy. Let's pretend we don't give a shit. Let's just pretend that we are the best thing since sliced bread. Let's pretend that we are better than anybody else. Let's pretend that we're just so grandiose and everybody worships us. Let's pretend that we can manipulate and lie and feel good about it. Put yourself in the shoes of a narcissist. Think how they think. Try to get it into your brain. Rewire your own thoughts a little bit and think,
I don't love anybody. I don't give a shit about anybody. I just want to feel good about myself.
So you go out and you start getting your girlfriends, and you act like I did when I was 18. You can do anything. You can ask them anything, and they'll do it. You can walk away and tell them to knob off. They'll still hang around waiting for you. You can ring them up after 3 weeks and then say,
I'm so sorry, can we start again?
And they'll say yes.
I have them wrapped around my little finger. So why wouldn't I want to play with them? Why wouldn't I want to use and abuse them? Because they just keep coming back. If I'm going to dump you, and if every time I ring you up for a booty call, what a bit of fun, you're going to come back, I'm not going to say no, am I? If you're giving it to me on a plate, why should I say no? If you're going to just answer my telephone and cry every time I call you and wish that we were back together, I'll get back together with you until I'm bored. Until someone else comes along. When they're done with me or I'm done with them or whatever, I'll come back to you. Why? Because you accept me every time. Every time I call you, you're always there. You don't seem to care. You don't care about yourself enough. You never tell me no. You never tell me to go away. You never tell me to shut up. You never tell me anything. You just do it for me. Ha. I mean, what am I supposed to do if you're putting it there for me? I don't know. I can be as rude as hell, but you still want me. But you see, I get close to the point where I can feel you slipping away. But when I feel you slipping away, what I'll do then is I'll be really kind to you, because no, I need you, don't I? Because what you do is you make me feel good, and you make me look good as well, because you're a bit pretty, aren't you? You're a good catch, so, I'll use you to make everybody else admire me for having such a pretty woman on my arms. So that's what I'm going to do. Why? Because you never say no. You don't. I can do what I like to you and you don't care. I mean, you do a little bit. You care. I don't care. So why don't I? Why can't I? You let me? You don't seem to care about yourself, so why should I care about you? You never say no. So if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to accept it. What can I say? Makes me feel great. I feel so good. Yeah. When you tell me how much you love me when I keep dumping you, you just keep crying and wanting me back. It's, oh my God, it feels amazing because you really love me, don't you? It's amazing. I can do what I like to you, but you just come back. And then I've got the other girlfriend living down the road. Could keep you two apart though, because it gets a little bit difficult sometimes, honestly. If they ever bump into each other, I'm doomed. But still, I mean, if you're both going to be keep answering my phone calls and crying that you want me back, well, what am I supposed to do? Can't do anything else, can I? If you want me, I'm here for you, ladies. But I don't really care about you. I don't really love you. In fact, I've never really loved anybody. It's difficult, that, because I try, but it doesn't work. I just keep on making people cry a lot. But you know what? I don't care, because they keep letting me do it. And if they're gonna keep letting me hurt them, then I will hurt them. So I don't care. I play mind games sometimes. I play little tricks on them. I do things to make them trip up. It's quite funny sometimes. I set scenarios, and watch them fall into it and watch them do things that I've actually kind of manipulated, and I'll pretend I'm going to buy them flowers and I don't. I just pretend that I've left them at home. But they thank me anyway, so if they're going to thank me for the virtual flowers that I haven't got them, well, that's fine. I'll just keep going around saying, I bought you some flowers, babe, but I left them at home. Or, oh my God, I was going to buy you some flowers, babe, but I forgot because I've been so busy. If I'm going to keep saying that to them, well, and they accept it, and they still thank me. Can you believe that? They still thank me for thinking about getting them flowers. How stupid is that? They must be stupid to think that I'm going to get them flowers. Why would I want to spend money on them? It's ridiculous. These people, honestly, I just think they need to sort of I don't know. I don't understand why they are so, upset all the time, why they're always crying and, I do tell them I love them, but my God, that's just to keep them quiet. Tell them you love them occasionally, they'll shut up. Get a bit of sex off them and then, leave them for a little while. But then when they start ringing you up, wanting you back again, it makes me feel good. That's what I like. It's the best part. The best part of breaking up is when you're making up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean there? Oh, yes. Oh yeah, the best part of breaking up is when you're making up. So you break up a lot. This is what you've got to do. You break up with them, but then when they get you back, ooh, I tell you, yeah, that's good. That's good. So now, because I know that the sex is great when you make up, guess what I do? I keep breaking up with them. Keep breaking up with them. Ooh, I tell you. That's the best way. But after a while, I'm afraid they do get a little bit worn out. But you see, when I wear her out, and when she gets fed up with me, and when she figures out who I am, you either just completely discard them, or what you do is just go around telling people they're a tart, and that they're psychotic, and they're mad, and, you know, you just show them all the texts that they've been texting me, you know, when I've been ignoring them. Because it doesn't, I just pretend I haven't been ignoring them. I just show them all the texts. People think they're crazy. Works that way, you know. Go around telling people they're crazy. Move on to the next bird. Anyway, guys, I think that's worked. Hopefully you've seen what it's like in our shoes. You know, if you don't care about yourself, who is going to care about you? I'm not.
Anyway. Do you get what I'm coming from now, guys? I'm back to me, by the way. Put yourself in the shoes of the narcissist and imagine what they're thinking and how they're looking at you. No respect, no love, no empathy. They don't care. And that's what we've got to try and see. We've got to try and put our shoes on the other foot and jump out of our perception, get out of our way of thinking. Stop looking at life through our little rose-tinted glasses and see life and see narcissists for what they are. They are nasty people pretending to be nice, pretending to be Samaritans, pretending to be the best people. That's what a narcissist is, and some of you guys on the YouTube still aren't getting it. So I'm going to leave it there for now, and thank you again for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm hoping I'll see you again shortly. Take care. See you later. Bye.